Welcome back to Daily Concealed Wheel. What I have with me is a Canik TP9 SFX with a couple add-ons. But really, what I'm here to do is take you on a journey, which is my competitive shooting journey that started in 2021 with this gun. So if you're anything like me, you may have like an ADHD where you hyper-focus on a hobby and then you get into it and then you go into another hobby and you get into it and you kind of bounce around. I'm really bad about doing that. Watches, guns, back to watches, something. But almost did race cars one time. But I always found my way back to guns because I love guns. Guns are great. None of the guns you're about to see are for sale, and I'm not soliciting any guns, and I'm not sponsored by anybody. I have to put that in there for the TikTok police. But it started in 2021 with this gun. Out of the box, based on research that I'd done, it was probably one of the most affordable but competitive driven guns that were on the market or available. You say, hey, Will, why did you not pay attention to what kind of competitive shooting you wanted to do? And why did you not pay attention to any of the leagues that are available? Because that would make way too much sense. All I knew is I wanted a really cool competitive shooting gun that shot flat and didn't have a lot of recoil. And I could change mags with a flared mag well. Didn't buy it like this. I bought the TP9 SFX, bought a threaded barrel, bought a disruptive defense compensator, which is great. We'll talk about that. Taylor Freelance magwell, Taylor Freelance mag extension, which I reached out to them, not a sponsor, but love Taylor Freelance. They make amazing products. Tried to see if I can get any more of these honeycombs, and he told me in the email back that he wished he had a stock room full of them because everybody wants them that got them. It's not him, it's the Cerakoter doesn't do it anymore. All I'm saying, Taylor Freelance, if you're listening, if you ever get a new Cerakoter, let me know because I will buy more with my sponsor, which is Daily Concealed Will, which is my bank account. But love these products. This is aluminum, very sturdy. Love the mag extension, +3 mag extension. Did a Hollison 507C, green dot. What a great gun. So after doing these, if you noticed, I didn't do anything with the trigger. No changes to the trigger. And yet the trigger just feels great. Did have to get the low force spring from Canik. I actually went with the Canik version of the low force spring in order to get her to run on 115. Since then, I've actually realized that I don't even like 115. It's way too whippy. So I don't even run that anymore, but I do have the low force spring. That kind of cleared up my malfunction issues. So if you're looking at doing anything like this, you want to put a big compensator. Really, that's what changes the gun is the compensator. So if you want to do anything like that, just keep in mind you're probably going to go ahead and order the low force spring. You may have to look somewhere else because Canik's almost always out of stock. But great gun, shoots super flat. I shoot 147 grains now, about 950 feet per second. Super flat gun. Love this gun. But I was like, hey, so doing a little more research, right? So diving, this is 2021, put her up in the safe, get back into it, tell my wife, hey, I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it. No more like bouncing around. I'm gonna buy, I'm gonna go. So do a little more research. I see Canik can do it. Absolutely can do it. Most everybody runs a 2011 platform. So the Garrison Witness 2311S Match X. This is a beautiful gun. Love this gun. For the money, this gun is really hard to beat. I bought this before the new Warrior came out. I held a Warrior from Kimber today in my hands for the first time. It feels really good. So I don't know that I would have bought this one if I'd have known about the Warrior happening. I bought this before SHOT Show, but I have shot this gun. I'm super happy with it. It does come with another spring. I have not swapped it out yet. It will jam on 115s, runs 147s, 124s, and up, no problem. Does a fabulous job running. I put a Primary Arms Classic dot on it, but love this gun. Does everything that you want it to. Feels good. It has some weight, but it's still kind of light. Wonderful. Now, something, if you're looking at this gun, and I'll do a gun review later, but one thing that I do think that you should know, if you're looking at this gun, it comes optics ready. So it has a rear adjustable dovetail rear sight that has to come off in order to mount a RMSC optic. I typically do this myself. I mounted this one myself. The SRO that you're going to see in a minute, mounted myself. Stripped this one. It's actually apparently a really common issue from forums that I read. So just go into it knowing that you may have to take it to a gunsmith. It cost me about 75 or 100 bucks, something along those lines, to get the screw removed and the sight installed. But she runs like a dream. Trigger feels great. Everything about it feels great. Love the gun. So that was going to kind of be the one. I kind of decided this was the one. That's when I started buying accessories. And I hope you make it to the end of this video, because I do have a point to make in here somewhere. So I started buying accessories for it. So at that time, I was looking for what kind of setup did I want to run. And what I decided, let's see if I can find it here. What I decided was to run the Black Scorpion Gear Quick Connect system for USPSA. So the way that works is you have this aluminum bracket or holster, whatever you want to call it, and then the mounting system locks into place. Button on the side, you press the button, slides right out. Really cool about this, because I have a bunch of these now, you'll see why in a second, is they're quick to interchange. So like if I take multiple guns with me, I can take these holsters, I can see the layout and try to make the best decision for what gun that I'm going to run based on how everything's set up. I think since then I've decided that it's probably best to familiarize myself with one gun and just run that one. But there'll be times where, you know, I should probably consider, or even if I have a malfunction happen on site to where the gun is unusable, then I can get with an RO and swap out, because typically you can't change guns in the middle of a match. But if it fails, I can go back, get another gun, not have to change my entire rig, have different belts or anything. We'll go over the rig and everything as well. But that's the reason that I went with Black Scorpion Gear, which have thoroughly enjoyed Black Scorpion Gear. And when I go over the setup, I'll talk about them a little bit more. But I was at my favorite pawn shop in Alabaster, Alabama, Family Pawn. I stumbled across this bad boy, and I was like, oof, this is just a laser. And I just had to have it. And I was like, you know what? This will be my new competition gun. So this is the P320 6-hour P320 Spectre Comp. We're running a Streamlight. We're running the Delta Point Pro, which the Delta Point Pro is an amazing optic. I love the Delta Point. Yeah, what a great gun. It was at a pawn shop, so it was already Cerakoted with this super cool design. Ended up getting some more mags and was like, you know what, this is the one. I mean, no doubt, this is the one. So got the Black Scorpion Gear ready to roll. Now, had to pick what kind of competition I wanted to do.